Go.
Start enable.
9,
8, 7.
Green board.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Engine start.
0.
and we have liftoff of RadarSat atop Delta 229, extending our stewardship of Earth's resources into space.
+8.
Vehicle has
+9.
cleared the tower now.
+10.
Pitch program is in. Roll program is in.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, green board, 5, 4, 3, main engine start, 2, 1, and liftoff of the Delta rocket with the XTE spacecraft looking into the invisible spectrum of our universe. All 6 solids are burning. Roll program is in. Pitch program is in. We have a good, clear, clean liftoff. Solid looks good. Listening now.
Solid is burning nicely.
Central telemetry.
Green board here in the Mission Director Center.
15.
15 seconds.
13, 12, 11.
We're now at 10 seconds.
Start
9,
enable.
8, 7,
Green board.
6, 5, green board, 3, go for main engine start, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff of Delta 233 on the polar satellite, bringing solar physics down to Earth. Pitch program is in. Roll program is in.
+18, 19, +20.
Primer announcement number 9, page 102.
Green board, 5, 4, 3, main engine start, 1, 0, and liftoff of the Delta rocket with Mars Pathfinder.
and the vehicle has cleared the tower.
Three, two, 1, 0. We have ignition and liftoff of the first 5 Iridium satellites and the return to flight for Delta II.
8, 9, plus 10.
This is McDonnell Douglas Commercial Delta Launch Control.
28.
You're looking at
Solids
the
continue
range
to burn well.
tracking cameras. We have a beautiful shot.
We have solid motor separation. Both sets are gone, and we're slowly burning out. We have solid motor burnout. It's nice and symmetrical.
For those viewers, there's a very good chance with these tracking cameras that we'll see those 3 separate today, and there they
motor
go.
jettison has occurred.
LOX topping reports go.
10. Start is on.
8, 7,
Green board.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Engine start.
1, 0. And we
have main engine ignition, both burners, and all 6 solids ignited and burning.
Satellite.
We show good symmetrical burn for all 6 groundlit solids, ramping up nicely.
Telenor is Europe's most comprehensive satellite operator, providing a full range of services for satellite broadcasting, interactive media, mobile communication and business networks.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Engine start.
Skynet 4D blasting off into the night sky from Cape Canaveral.
We have ignition and liftoff.
The £100 million satellite is the most sophisticated of its kind.
10,
Snyder's
9,
arm.
8, 7,
Green board.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Engine start.
1, 0, plus 1.
And liftoff. Burners ignited.
And we have ignition and liftoff. Liftoff from Cape Canaveral Air Station of the Boeing Delta II launch vehicle carrying Thor III spacecraft for Hughes Space and Communications.
We have pitch program in.
6, green board. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Main engine start and liftoff of the Delta rocket with Deep Space One, testing the spacecraft technologies of the next century.
Deep Space One is, of course, the first flight of the New Millennium program, and the purpose of the program is to flight test high-risk, high-payoff technologies that are important for NASA's future.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and we have liftoff of NASA's Mars Climate Orbiter as we continue to explore the mysteries of the red planet. A view from the second stage of the Boeing Delta II vehicle as we continue to rise 20 seconds after liftoff. Everything continues to go well. Everything continues to look good as the Delta vehicle climbs away from the Earth with the Mars Climate Orbiter payload on board.
Beginning their slow decline.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. We have liftoff of the Delta II rocket carrying the Mars Polar Lander, NASA's first visit to the red planet's southern pole. We will now monitor comments from Eric Anderson, who's in the telemetry lab.
Down nicely by the guidance computer.
And we're looking at a spectacular view of the camera mounted on the first stage of the Delta vehicle.
Passing through Mach 1. See our normal attitude disturbances. Guidance system continues to control well.
7, 6, green board all the way across. 4, 3, 2, we have main engine start. 0 and liftoff of the Stardust spacecraft, returning a time capsule with the elements of the formation of our solar system.
Programs are going in on time. The disturbances at lift are normal. It looks good. Vehicle looks very good, burning nicely. Main engine and verniers are looking good. On through Mach 1. Rates look good. Attitudes look good.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Main engine start and liftoff of the Delta II rocket with the advanced Landsat 7 spacecraft.
Engine start, ignition, and liftoff of a Delta II rocket with the fused spacecraft to explore the origins of the universe.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have engine start. Liftoff of the EO-1 SAC-C spacecraft, proving new space technologies for the future.
Load relief kick rate is in. First HCM. Vehicle controls looking good as we climb out of the liftoff transients and head into the transonic buffeting. We're at T plus 20 seconds. Solid motor chamber pressures look good. All three symmetrical.
Booster burnout coming up.
Approaching Mach 1. Vehicle controls look good.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of a Delta II rocket carrying NASA on an Odyssey back to Mars.
Stage system's looking good. Load relief kick rate is in. Vehicle is responding. Reset. Vehicle's working its way through the liftoff transient. System's looking good. Approaching Mach 1. Usual attitude disturbances through the thick atmosphere and the Mach buffeting. We are now supersonic.
10, 9, 8, 7, igniters armed, green board. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Main engine start and liftoff of the Delta II rocket with the MAP spacecraft, exploring the past and future of our universe. Guidance system has started. Stage program is in. Roll program is in. Initially, a smooth flight being reported. Solid motors are now at maximum thrust. T plus 30 seconds. Flight looking good. We've just gone through the sound barrier. Normal vibrations. First stage control looks good. Vehicle on course.
3, 2, 1. We have ignition, and we have liftoff of NASA's Genesis spacecraft on a mission to retrieve a piece of the sun.
The load relief kick rate is in.
Everything continues to look good.
First stage solid motors reaching their peak chamber pressure. Controls look good. Stage level still looking good, and we've just went supersonic. Vehicle first stage still looking good. All three solid motors are starting to taper off. And all three solids have burned out. And there's separation. We have solid motor jettison. All three have jettisoned. First stage system still looking good. Right at the level.
9, 8, 7, 6, green board, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, engine start. Liftoff of the Delta rocket with Jason Time on an international mission to grow our knowledge of the oceans and the upper atmosphere.
Vehicles are working its way nicely through the liftoff transients. They've been damped out quite well. Little or no engine movement. We're picking up a little as we go through the transonic buffet, and we have now gone supersonic. We've
10, niters on. 9, 8, 7, green board 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have ignition and liftoff. The Boeing Delta II rocket carrying 5 telecommunication satellites. Iridium Satellite LLC.
Sam. Going to net 5.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, green board, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, main engine start. 0, and liftoff of the Contour spacecraft, seeking mysteries to the comets of our universe. Pitch program is in, roll ramp program is in.
Passing Mach 1. We're now supersonic.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have ignition and liftoff of NASA's ICESat and CHIPSat spacecraft looking at stars and ice.
Controls are very light as we head upstairs into the thin atmosphere. Now passing an altitude of 14 nautical miles, downrange distance 12 miles, and a velocity of 1,073 miles an hour.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mission.
Oh, wow. Didn't hear it.
Woohoo!
You have pictures?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Wow.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, green board, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, engine start, and liftoff of the Delta II rocket carrying the Spirit from Earth to planet Mars.
Our load relief kick rate is in, vehicles responding. Vehicles recovering very nicely from the liftoff transients. T plus 20 seconds. Look normal for this phase of the flight. We're approaching Mach 1. And there we go. We've exceeded the supersonic speed, and the engine positions look good.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, main engine start, 0, and liftoff of the Delta rocket with opportunity, a chance to explore and unlock the secrets of our neighboring planet.
The transients at liftoff. Engine position looks good. Recovering nicely from the liftoff transients, and the solid rocket motors are increasing their thrust during their 75-second burn. Main engine chamber pressure is holding steady, and the vernier engines are continuing to burn well. And we're now past Mach 1. The vehicle is now traveling faster than the speed of sound. So we now are entering the max Q portion of our flight, where the vehicle encounters the greatest aerodynamic forces.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, main engine start, 1, ignition, and liftoff of the Delta rocket carrying Gravity Probe B, testing for truth in the physics of our universe. 10 seconds into flight. All systems are functioning well on board the Delta II at this time. 20 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Copy, go. Start. 1, 0. Motion lift off. Left 3.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition, and we have liftoff of NASA's MER-A spacecraft on a mission to understand and protect the air we breathe. And everything continues to look good as the Delta vehicle climbs away from the California coast with the MER-A payload on board. 6 of the 9 solid rocket strap-on boosters are burning just fine.
Approaching burnout of the 6 ground start motors, all nice and symmetrical. We've burned out, and we have ignited the other 3. 3 air start solid motors reaching their peak chamber pressure, all looking symmetrical. We have jettisoned all 6 ground start motors.
6, 5, 4, 3, Main engine start, 2, 1, and 0, and liftoff of Messenger on NASA's mission to Mercury, a planetary enigma in our inner solar system. Pitch program is in, roll program is in. Control rates all look normal. Steering looks good. Now going through the sound barrier. Now going through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
Liftoff of the Boeing Delta II rocket carrying the 52nd United States Air Force Global Positioning System satellite, serving the United States military, American transportation system.
3, 2, 1. We have ignition, and we have liftoff of NASA's SWIFT spacecraft on a mission to study and understand gamma ray bursts throughout the universe.
Expected event is the fairing jettison. We've had fairing unlatch and jettison.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of a Delta II rocket carrying Deep Impact, NASA's journey to unlock the mystery of the solar system's origin.
Up on T plus 36 seconds, we are now supersonic. Vehicle now passing an altitude of 3 miles, downrange distance 13 miles, and coming up on 2,000 miles an hour. First stage performance still looking good, and we have exceeded max Q. All ground start motors have tapered off, and we have reached burnout. And the air starts have ignited, and all 6 ground start motors have jettisoned.
Green board, T-minus 9, 8,
7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, and we have liftoff of the Boeing Delta II rocket.
Whoa, that's right.
53rd United States.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition, and we have liftoff of NASA's CALIPSO CloudSat spacecraft probing Earth's atmosphere to unravel the mysteries of clouds and climate change. And everything continues to look good as the Delta rocket climbs away from the California coast. All 4 solid rocket boosters are burning just fine. The CALIPSO and CloudSat spacecraft are on their way into orbit.
standing by for real-time telemetry details, being called out from the telemetry lab by Mark Levine.
And we have liftoff. Liftoff of a Boeing Delta II rocket during GPS 2R15.
Vehicle lie armed. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Go for main engine start. 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff of the Delta II rocket with stereo, giving us a three-dimensional look at the physics of our sun.
And the vehicle is working its way through the liftoff transients. Motor chamber pressures all looking symmetrical. Main engine and verniers continue to do well. Passing T plus 30 seconds, approaching Mach 1.
15 seconds. Stop and go. 13 seconds. Green board.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have liftoff of a Boeing Delta II rocket carrying GPS 2R15 of the United States.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of a Delta II rocket carrying THEMIS, NASA's revolutionary journey to study the northern lights. Everything continues to look good with the Delta II rocket with THEMIS payload on board. 9 solid rocket strap-on boosters are burning fine. The THEMIS spacecraft is on its way to its intended target.
All solid motors have reached their peak chamber pressure.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Main engine start. 2, 1, 0. And liftoff of the Delta II rocket with Phoenix, a distant science outpost seeking clues of the evolution at the polar region of Mars.
The vehicle is responding. Both verniers, main engine chamber pressures looking good. Past our peak chamber pressure in the solid motors, and we're seeing the normal levels of disturbances as we go approach Mach 1. Correction, we're past Mach 1. We're supersonic.
Status board. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Main engine start. 1, 0. And liftoff of the Delta II rocket with Dawn, using ion propulsion to reach the catalysts of our solar system.
The kick rate came in on time. Peak chamber pressure this time. Coming up on T plus 25 seconds. This vehicle has worked its way nicely out of the transients of liftoff. Coming up on Mach 1, we've exceeded the speed of sound, and coming up on max Q.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta II rocket carrying GPS-2R18 for the United States Air Force. The Global Positioning System serves the U.S. military, America's transportation system, and civilian users around the world.
Go to the liftoff transient. Plus 20 seconds. Our load relief kick rate has come in on time. Approaching Mach 1. We passed Mach 1, and our reactions are as expected.
10, minus 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta II rocket carrying GPS.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Engine start. 1, 0, and liftoff of the Delta rocket carrying GLAST, a gamma-ray telescope searching for unseen physics in the stars of the galaxies.
Seconds into the flight, now in the area of maximum dynamic pressure, max Q.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Main engine start, 2, 1, and liftoff of the Delta II with Jason 2 for the Ocean Survey Topography mission, measuring sea level from space.
Solid motors reaching their peak chamber pressures.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have liftoff. Liftoff of a Delta II rocket carrying GEOI-1, the world's highest resolution commercial Earth imaging satellite. See our world better than ever.
Steady state levels coming up on 45 seconds. Mark, 45 seconds. Altitude 2.2 nautical miles. Downrange distance 8.5 nautical miles. Traveling at 1,093 miles per hour.
Green board, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Go for main engine start. 1, 0, and liftoff of the Delta II rocket with NOAA-N prime, continuing the legacy of data for the weather forecasts of today into the future. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Engine start. 1, 0, and liftoff of the Delta II rocket with Kepler on a search for planets in some way like our own.
Vernier engine chamber pressures are building. Grounded solid motors are building chamber pressure. Increasing at this time. Pressure's looking good. 1 second into the flight. Recovering from the initial launch transients. Passing 34 seconds. Mach 1. Vehicle's now going supersonic.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Harvey Night, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Liftoff of the last United Launch Alliance Delta II rocket carrying GPS 2R21 for the United States Air Force.
chamber pressure. And good chamber pressure on the 6 groundlet motors. Symmetrical burn. 25 seconds into the flight. Altitude now about 2 nautical miles, downrange distance. Good. 5 seconds in. Vehicle now passing Mach 1.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of a Delta II rocket on a Missile Defense Agency mission to demonstrate future space technologies.
Chamber pressure levels. Good chamber pressure readings on the verniers, and good symmetrical burn on the groundlet solid motors. 22 seconds into the flight. Still looking good. Altitude now about a half a mile. 32 seconds. Vehicle now passing Mach 1. Vehicle now going transonic. Chamber pressure is beginning to decline in the 6 groundlet motors, as expected. 37 seconds in. Now passing max Q, maximum dynamic pressure in the vehicle.
This is Delta Launch Control at T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of the Delta II rocket carrying Worldview 2, the most agile commercial imaging satellite ever flown. And you'll be listening to Steve Agate providing launch vehicle ascent data from the telemetry lab here at Vandenberg Air Force Base.
Seconds into the flight. Downrange distance about 6 nautical miles. Now passing 33 seconds. Vehicle now at Mach 1. On 40 seconds. Mark, 40 seconds into the flight. Groundlet solid chamber pressure to beginning to decline.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff of a Delta II rocket and WISE, searching for stars and galaxies never seen before.
Good chamber pressure in both verniers and good chamber pressure in all 3 solids. 25 seconds. Mark, 25 seconds into the flight. Recovering nicely from the original main engine pitch and yaw transients. Coming up 36 seconds. Mark, 36 seconds. Vehicle now at Mach 1. Still looking good.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have liftoff. Liftoff of a Delta II rocket carrying COSMO-SkyMed 4 for the Italian Space Agency and the Ministry of Defense. This marks the 350th launch of the Delta rocket in its illustrious 50-year program history. We will now hear flight commentary from Steve Agate.
Good chamber pressure on all groundlet solids. 22 seconds into the flight. Good engine control, main engine pitch and yaw. Good engine control on the vernier pitch and yaw. Passing 30 seconds, Mach 1. Vehicle now going transonic.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Engine start. 1, 0, and liftoff of the Delta rocket carrying GLAST, a gamma-ray telescope searching for unseen physics in the stars of the galaxies.
Seconds into the flight, now in the area of maximum dynamic pressure, max Q. solids are just a few seconds from ignition. Ground lit solids are continuing to perform well. Standing by for separation. We have separation. Lit solids are igniting. One minute, 29 seconds into the flight. 13.6 nautical miles in altitude, 33.6 nautical miles downrange, now traveling at 3,075 miles per hour. Airlit solids now dropping in chamber pressure as we're standing by to separate. Stage engine steering is good. Seconds now from burnout of the airlit solids. We now have burnout, and we have jettison of the airlit solids. Mission events are occurring very close to the actual predicted times.
Green board. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Main engine start. 1, 0. And liftoff of the Delta II with the NPP satellite, blazing the way a new technology for climate research and weather forecasting.
Chamber pressure in the main engine, good chamber pressure in the the two verniers, and good chamber pressure in all 6 ground-lit motors. Passing 24 seconds into the flight. Pressure beginning to trail off a little on the ground-lit solids as expected. Coming up on the 33-second mark. Mark 33 seconds of Mach 1. Vehicle now going transonic. Passing 40 seconds in. Good stable chamber pressure in the main engine, the verniers, and the ground solids. Coming up 48 seconds. Mark 48 seconds. Max Q. Maximum dynamic pressure in the vehicle. 10 seconds now remaining until burnout of the 6 ground-lit motors as we're passing the 1-minute mark. Burnout, the 6 ground-lit motors, and we have ignition on the 3 air-lit motors. Good ignition on the 3 motors, good chamber pressure, good symmetrical burn. Standing by for separation of the ground-lit solids about 10 seconds from now to assure a good water impact point. Passing 1 minute, 20 seconds, standing by for ground solid jettison. And we see jettison. 6 motors have jettisoned, passing 1 minute, 36 seconds in. Pressure now beginning to trail off on the air-lit motors. At the 1 minute and 45-second mark. Altitude now 17.8 nautical miles. Downrange distance 2.4 nautical miles. Velocity 2,587 miles per hour. Coming up 1 minute 55 seconds. Still looking good. Passing through Mach 5. Passing the 2-minute mark. About 10 seconds remaining on the air-lit motors.
Green board. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Engine start. 1, 0. And liftoff of the Delta II rocket with OCO2, tracking a greenhouse gas in seek of clues to climate change.
Good chamber pressure in both verniers. Good chamber pressure in the 3 solids. Good symmetrical burn. 22 seconds in. Still looking good. Altitude altitude coming up on 1 mile. Range distance 7.3 nautical miles. Velocity 959 miles per hour. Past Mach 1. 50 seconds in, maximum dynamic pressure. Standing by for the solids, dropping in chamber pressure. And we have burnout of the 3 solids. We'll be holding on to those solids for about 40 seconds to assure a safe water impact point. 1 minute, 7 seconds into the flight. Altitude now 7.2 nautical miles. Downrange distance 10 nautical miles. Velocity 991 miles per hour. 1 minute, 17 seconds in. About 15 seconds now until we expect those 3 solid boosters to separate from the vehicle as we're approaching the 1 minute, 30 second mark. And we have separation. 3 solids have separated from the vehicle. 1 minute, 50 seconds in.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Main engine start and liftoff of the Delta II rocket with SMAC, making global observations of soil moisture for climate forecasting.
Good chamber pressure on the main engine. Good chamber pressure on both vernier engines. Good chamber pressure on all 3 solids. 27 seconds into the flight. Coming up 46 seconds, still looking good. 50 seconds in, Mach Q. Vehicle now having maximum dynamic pressure in the vehicle. 57 seconds. Chamber pressure beginning to decline on the solids, as expected. And we have burnout of the solids. We'll be holding on to those solids for about 30 more seconds to assure a safe water impact point. 1 minute, 12 seconds into the flight. Still looking good. One minute, 25 seconds. Chamber pressure holding in the main engine and in both verniers. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Standing by for separation.
Launch conductor Scott Bonnet reports a green board. Everyone is go.
T-minus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, engine start, 1. And liftoff of Delta II and NOAA's Joint Polar Satellite System 1, making the U.S. a more weather-ready nation.
The Delta II is proceeding on a flight azimuth of 196 degrees, just to the west of 180 degrees south.
Looking good. Also seeing a good symmetric burn across all 6 groundlit solids.
We're listening to the voice of Patrick Moore, ULA flight commentator. 33 seconds into flight, the Delta II rocket will reach Mach 1, breaking the speed of sound.
30 seconds. Chamber pressure on main engine and vernier engines continue to look good. Now passing Mach 1, Delta II is now supersonic.
At 49 seconds, Delta II encounters
to see a very symmetric burn across all 6 groundlit
maximum
solids.
aerodynamic pressure, or max Q. This is the point where the mechanical stress in the rocket
now
reaches
passing
its peak.
48 seconds, max Q, maximum dynamic pressure.
The 6 ground-lit solid rocket motors will burn out about 64 seconds into flight.
Tail off.
The 3 air-lit motors will ignite a second and a half later.
And we have burnout and ignition of the 3 air-lit solids.
Approaching the jettison of the Delta II graphite epoxy solid rocket motors in 3 sequences of 3. The first 3 will fall away 1 minute 26 seconds into flight, followed a second later by the next 3.
Now 1 minute 25 seconds into flight. And we have good jettison of all 6 groundlit solids.
The final 3 airlit motors will continue to burn until they are jettisoned 2 minutes 11 seconds into flight.
Flight. Chamber pressure on the main engine, both Veneer engines continuing to remain very stable. Gas generator fuel and LOX injector pressure is also looking very good.
And we're standing by for the jettison of the final 3 solid rocket motors.
The chamber pressure is on the airlit solids tailing off in preparation for burnout. And we have burnout of the airlit solids and good jettison of all 3 airlit solids.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff of the final Delta II, launching nearly 3 decades of science research and exploration missions, lifting ICESat 2 on a quest to explore the polar ice sheets of our constantly changing home planet.
Now 27 seconds into flight. 30 seconds in, Mach 1, Delta II is now supersonic. Continuing to see good chamber pressure on the RS-27, both Veneer engines as well. Seeing consistent fuel and oxidizer injector pressures as well. And at T plus 46 seconds, max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. And at 57 seconds in, we have web burnout on the solid rocket motors, seeing good responses. And we have burnout on all 4 motors. And Delta will hold on to those motors for an additional 20 seconds prior to jettison. Now 1 minute 20 seconds in, standing by for motor jettison. And we have good indication of jettison of all 4 solid rocket motors.